we will have a look, but at the moment it gives us a chance just to talk about FaZe for a second, because FaZe have been kind of going through this bracket, doing what they do, and starting off with King of the Hill here on Recharge. They're going to look to continue that kind of form.
Absolutely. King of the Hill Recharge your game number one. We go to the new StelluR map of StelluR, Empyrean, Argyle, CTF also making an appearance here. Stronghold Streets game 4 and StelluR Live Fire, both of those if necessary.
Yeah, let's go back to the story about FaZe, right? Let's go back to what we were kind of discussing. Recharge is going to be a very good feeling, especially for SnakeBite. We saw him picking up the running right a little bit earlier, but this layout is perfect for these two teams. We have a combination of flag game types, we have some control game types, we have a fast-paced StelluR, and that Empyrean StelluR is going to be so interesting to watch between these two. So much insane, like, ceiling of individual skill when they get those power weapons. It could be one shot that makes the difference between these two teams.
It absolutely could. I've talked to teams that have lost that map here at the highest level, and they're saying if you make one mistake when rockets are coming up, when the weapons are dropping, as an overshield pops, you could find yourself on the receiving end of a horrible, horrible snowball. The map has been playing into the hands of the teams that plays the most aggressive, and that is absolutely, as you say, going to be a test between these two squads. Look at the SSG.
I gotta say, dude, they are pumped for this. The SSG fans are out in force. Charlotte's starting to fill up a little bit here. The noise is starting to pick up a little bit, because I think everybody's starting to realize that we're getting into the massive games of this tournament right now, and there is the SSG faithful right now. They got the foam fingers out.
Yeah, the foam fingers, with how many is that? I mean, I don't know how many letters are in Space Age off the top of my head, but those are some big hands with a whole lot of fingers.
A lot of knuckles.
And they're all gonna be in a lot of knuckles. And they're all gonna be in the air here for this matchup here. As we said, this is undoubtedly the biggest match on the main stage so far. And the man on your screen, Bound, as we said, no longer a rookie. However, it must be said, undoubtedly the best pro Halo debut season since Snipetown. A once-in-a-generation talent, perhaps, but the question is, can he come close to the success of a player like Snipetown? To do that, he will need many years and many championships, but it starts here.
Yeah, maybe that is going to be a story we follow throughout the years, right? What is that comparison going to be like? With Snipetown retiring in the Halo community, Bound has kind of stepped up to fill that role, and maybe he can, well, I'm sure he'd absolutely love to have the same kind of career as Eric Rona did, for sure, but I want to kind of focus more on this FaZe side for a few seconds as well, because it's three parts of this team. They've been together for so long, right? They've been, you know, instrumental in each other's success, and all of the trophies, everything they've done is amazing. Picking up Renegade is one of the toughest team changes. There was a difference between the team change they made previously, dropping Ogre 2, picking up Frosty all those years ago now on Halo 5, to having to drop a good friend, having to drop someone who you've shared so many, you know, hotel rooms with, whatever it might be, championship moments, the highs, the lows. Of
course.
And that shows to me that whatever happens on this FaZe lineup, no one can feel comfortable, because FaZe, Royal 2, SnakeBite as that core 2, you have to bring success, because that is what they expect of themselves.
Absolutely, and so far Renegade has brought that success. And one thing we also have to talk about, if you didn't catch it earlier, Renegade's post-game interview from the first series of the day. I don't think I have seen Renegade in that high of spirits, that high of energy and confidence, maybe all of last year. You could tell that he's fitting in well with this team, not just in-map and in-game, but also in terms of the chemistry, in terms of the comms, the vibes on the squad. They are strong, they are high, and they are ready to go as your #1 seed, expecting to also take the title here.
I wonder if how those vibes are going to continue, though, if this series starts to go the distance,
Great
right?
question,
It's very easy to be positive, happy, we just won the qualifiers.
When you're 3-0.
Everything's really good, 3-0s across the board, we're perfect, everything's fantastic. What if they lose game #1? What if they lose game #2? Right, then that's where you really get tested, and I think this FaZe lineup, to be honest with you, from my opinion, for what it's worth, they've got too much experience on their side now to let that get inside of their head, but it's certainly something to keep an eye on as we roll through the series.
It is, and another player to keep an eye on, SnakeBite on your screen. I love how we talked about him as the objective mastermind of the qualifiers in day one, and then he comes in with a 2.04 KD at one point in the earlier series as well, proving that this team can do whatever they need, just like Renegade said on the main stage. He's like, SnakeBite just wanted a running riot. Do you see what's going on here? This team can pop off at any given moment, and that's what they will look to do here. As we said, they are the threat to the throne. The question is, are they the optic killer? Their first opponent, though, here on the main stage is going to be SSG as we get ready to get into game #1.
It's time for a winner's semi-final here in Charlotte, and what a banger of a game it's about to be. This series, it's got something special about it, and we're starting off here on Recharge, King of the Hill. First to get those hills on the board is certainly going to be feeling good here, Andy. That bottom middle hill so difficult to control, but I feel like it's going to be a big moment in this game.
Oh yeah, fast pace opening here for both sides as we get ready to get into the game. And here we are underway. FaZe Clan going up against SSG into game number 1. Starting things off with SnakeBite here.
Why would we not? Most of the point of view we saw last time we were on this map, and FaZe were on our screen. SnakeBite was holding down this top elevator, bottom elevator position and pretty much killing everything that came near him. 17 in a row it was before SnakeBite was finally taken down. And off the rip here is 2v2, make it 1v1 on the map, and StelluR will win the 1v1. He gets the camo off the back of it. Early hill time here for Space Station.
How about starting things off with a StelluR Frosty 1v1 to get this series underway as 3 fall for both sides, and StelluR will be the victor there. He'll get the camo, he will get the first hill time as well for the SSG side.
Renegade has that shock rifle though. You saw it pop up in the kill feed in your bottom left for just a second, and it looks like StelluR's going to try and hunt him down. Renegade's got to be aware here. A little bit of damage being done. The repulsor, has it worked against him? No, it just about fell into his favor. That's going to be not only Renegade taken down, that's going to be the shock rifle turned over, and more hill time here for SSG.
Yeah, still 2v2, and right now you see a little bit of challenging coming in from Blue Tunnel, but as you say, SSG with fantastic game management through those moments. Finally, StelluR is taken down, however, about 25% on the board for SSG.
Strong start here for Space Station Gaming. Frosty's just going to be trapped in a corner, and Bound is going to hunt him down. Bound, as you would expect, a phenomenal, electric start to this game, already 4-1. If you compare that to other players on the map, SnakeBite leading the way for FaZe Clan. Royal 2 though, never an easy 1v1, but Bound says, I would accept any challenge that comes my way.
Great shots there from the Rookie of the Year nominee at the Esports Awards, and now looking to see what he can do with this team. As we said, year 2 for this squad, no longer a new roster now, one of the favorites, a little repulse away to save time on the distance. And things slow down a little uncharacteristically on this bottom hill. You can tell, these two teams really playing for control, and it's a killing spree for Bound.
5 in a row for Bound. Renegade last alive, only for a few seconds though, as SSG clean up all of the members of FaZe Clan. For the second time in this game, they also secure this camo. And I just want to highlight something quickly here, how Space Station are tiptoeing around this objective until they get a 3 or 4 dead. They do not want to give any advantages here to FaZe.
That's right, perfect timing. Bound's going to try to stay alive with the camo. He can in the end, but look at all the time on the board. And now is maybe a good time to remind everyone, you might think FaZe, yes, #1 seed, yes, a tournament favorite. However, the last time these two rosters met each other at Worlds, it was a 3-0 for the SSG boys. Of course, then playing under the name of Cloud9. However, let's not forget, that's the most recent official tournament result. And I think SSG is reminding us of that on this bottom middle hill.
And they're certainly reminding FaZe Clan of that as well. Historically, you know, the lineup that FaZe Clan have, obviously it's a little bit of a change, we know about that, but they have always struggled with this Space Station Gaming roster, and they're struggling at the start of this game as well. It's 1-0. And the Commando shredding through shields and shredding through skulls.
1-0 and 2 dead off of that control as well, which means immediate long haul control and an immediate rotate for the side of SSG. Great kills as well from the commando of Pznguin. They will continue scoring and controlling. SSG looking good in the early game.
Repulsor inside of that hill as well, so Nade's going to be pretty ineffective. 2 players flooding in towards Pznguin. He manages to take one down. Bound now last alive. He goes down as well. It's a triple kill from SnakeBite to break this map open, to break this hill and give FaZe Clan some sort of semblance of control.
And you got to think right at the time that they really needed it here, and StelluR's going to just peek a little bit, try to avoid that green gun, but the help comes as well from Renegade, and now we're seeing some life from FaZe Clan.
2 dead hit for Space Station. Could be 3, but no, Eco with that commando is going to, once again, just even the numbers up ever so slightly. Now after the timing has been picked up and the players are back on the map, Space Station try and make their push, but look at Royal 2, he just flies forward. Historically, we've always said Royal 2 a little bit more of a passive player. If he sees an opportunity for kills, he's never going to turn it down. The confidence on show here. Renegade doesn't get it right. And the camo might slip through their fingers.
Rare there. You rarely see that from anyone on the FaZe side, especially Renegade. Eco actually gets a double kill off the back of the missed grapple. 2 missed grapples there. A little bit of a disaster on the side of FaZe.
And who's inside of the hill? It's SSG. They get the break. So FaZe only able to hold for about 50% of the time they require, and they're losing kills one after the other, but now a push coming in on gold. Pznguin and Eco turning their attention away to long haul. SnakeBite not missing bullets at the moment, by the way. The man is 13-7.
Trades there coming in the end. Eco will fall, however, off the back of this. FaZe Clan with a long way to go. We'll see what they can do. Let's get ready for a listen in with Space Station as they push on this last hill.
I got a good spawn. They're not gonna know.
Where's there?
We can.
Watch out,
we have 1.
He's top alley, he's going top cat. 2 and 0.
Sticky.
2 and 0, you guys gotta get in. You have to get in. Hold it.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Play hidden. He saw you sneaking. Get the pipes. Get the pipes. Top tower.
Yeah, hold pipes as long as you can. Top pipes. Should I play for a melt? Top
Yeah, we need a melt.
Yeah, bottom beer, weak. We're shocked.
Yep. There's gonna be a guy glass.
Could be, yeah. Be spawn there.
Yeah, weak pipes, weak hell.
Maybe kill hell.
Yeah, bottom blue, B.
Yeah, bottom blue.
Bottom blue, weak. Watch out bottom blue.
Probably have it.
Two watch out C.
Got one.
Watch out back blue. Roll two.
In the hill.
One in hell, yep.
Watch out.
I naded.
He's top cat.
Bottom BR, one shot.
Top cat as well.
One shot bottom BR.
Watch out bottom beer.
Both top cat.
Both bottom BR. You have nades, show that
I
shit.
don't have an aid. Top cat weak.
Don't get too weak. Don't get too weak. Watching cross, right?
Top weak, top one shot. And bottom down.
Absolute top. Two there.
Bottom BR.
No one comes in.
Bottom BR.
One shot bottom alleys. One shot on lockers.
Yeah, John.
Two bottom alleys.
One shot bottom BR. One shot break.
Bottom alleys and bottom B.
Well, you can hear the communication from Space Station sounding pretty calm about things, but what a break that is from FaZe Clan. We talk about how tough it is to break this elevator hill, but FaZe took their time, got the picks, and the 1v1 from Renegade in the bottom of the elevator just gave them a little bit of room to play with.
That's right, that's a battle the Renegade should not have won. As you saw, I think a lot of people would have agreed with that on their screen. Renegade wins the battle he really had no business winning, and as a result, he's off. Oh! The shots from Royal 2 as well. A reversal against Eco, and he stays alive with the camo finally taken down in the end.
Royal 2's doing his best ballerina impression. I'm not sure if that's something he's been learning in the off-season, but certainly effective for a moment just to try and use that camo to escape. But in the meantime, it's FaZe Clan who answer back. Space Station got that first hill, but it's back-to-back hills now for FaZe Clan. They're in the lead.
One thing definitely worth highlighting there as we get set up for this fourth hill is you heard the Space Station side saying don't get too weak, meaning they don't want to take damage from outside of A. However, turtling inside A is a big risk because you let the opponent come to you, and FaZe steals it right out from under them, and as a result, they also steal the lead. Now they lead 2-1, 2 minutes left on the clock.
Nades always a priority as well. You got to think the team coming off of a respawn, they're always going to have those extra grenades. And if you're kind of turtling, you get hit by one, you get information, you get damage, then you can flood through. And that's what FaZe did so well in that situation. Pznguin going to try and challenge. The repulsor not enough to force Space Station away, and Space Station have control of the map. They have control of the hill. Look at the spawns now coming in from FaZe Clan, all the way across the map of pipes.
Was 3 dead for FaZe here. Also, Space Station gets the second kill again off of the respawns. That will be a moment of control as they will start to put a few more points on the board as well. Now halfway through and looking to tie the game on this hill.
And we talked about the man who needed to step up, but in his own words, after the Halo World Championships, that's Eco. 16 kills for Kevin Smith at the moment and dealing out a huge amount of damage, also topping the assist here for SSG.
3 dead yet again. Space Station is up to their same tricks, and look at the bottom. Here we go. Tie game with 2 minutes left. And the crowd here in Charlotte likes what they see.
Eco trying to hold off 2 here. He's got the repulsor. Doesn't want to step in the hill, but somehow he's still alive. Milks his life for as long as possible for his teammates now to join the fight, and by doing so, FaZe Clan find themselves with 2 players in the respawn screen. That's
a killing spree for Bound. Space Station is now outslaying FaZe 57-50 as well. Great rounds of slays and slaying control from Space Station for the last 3.5 minutes or so.
Keep your eyes on that game clock as well. This could well be the deciding hill with the way that these teams have fought back and forth for this control throughout the game. 1 minute 35 is not a huge amount of time to play with, and StelluR with a shock rifle just locking down lanes is going to be an influence. Should pick up one. Oh! Doesn't get the back smack! And that's going to cost them.
And that is huge. 3 dead. Eco's your last player alive for Space Station here. Should get taken down unless he wins a 1v1. Renegade there tries to go bottom Ellie, but in the end leaves his teammate alive. Renegade doing Renegade things, though. Somehow stays alive as long as he can. Eco gets the kill! Eco is doing wild things from bottom elevator.
20 of 15 for Eco, but that play might have been the game changer. We talk about how important it is to survive, to buy the extra 2-3 seconds for your team, and now he is making FaZe play. The shock rifle having a huge influence on this game.
Oh my God, it's also a communication breakdown that is inexcusable from FaZe. It was a 2v1 at bottom elevator, and Eco is still alive. 3 dead for FaZe as well. Space Station will continue scoring 50% of the way on our 5th hill.
57 seconds left on the game clock as well. Frosty gets a pick at least. There's going to be 1, maybe 2 pushes left here for FaZe to get back into this hill, to break this setup from Space Station Gaming. And with these picks, once again, the responsibility falls on the shoulders of the man on your screen. He needs to hit a shot right now to level things up.
Still 2 dead here for FaZe for a second. They're off the spawn, and they don't have the advantage yet. Frosty peeks for just a second on the long haul crate, and he pays the price.
22 kills here for Eco. Could be 23, but Bound says, I want to get to 23 first. He overtakes Eco in the kills, but more importantly, Space Station are overtaking FaZe right now in the game as Eco reminds his ex-teammate just what he left behind.
Now outslaying FaZe by 12 kills. They are continuing to put points on the board as well. 24 seconds left on the game clock, and only 25% away from closing out the game.
Here comes the flood. Eco gets the body, it's not a headshot, but the second one for sure is. FaZe, 3 dead, Frosty last alive. He survives for now, but you would imagine with that kill, Space Station have done what is needed to possibly lock down this hill.
9 seconds left here. They're gonna try to stay in and get all the time before the game clock ticks down. Still 1 dead for FaZe. They need to push yet again.
They have to go, and they have to go now. StelluR picks up 1. Bound picks up 2. FaZe falling apart as SSG stand tallest in this hill.
Here we go. They should be able to jump in right here. 4 seconds left. They're back in the hill yet again. This one should close out. 3 dead. Renegade's your only player alive. This will be it.
This will be it. It is the hill going to SSG. And with 4 seconds left on the game clock, FaZe can be desperate. They can try and flood this hill, but they're all trapped on respawn. Not a chance for them to contest. And if you needed a reminder, if you'd forgotten about Space Station, and even if you'd forgotten about Kevin Eco Smith, there's your reminder.
How about Eco? 25 and 16 in that game. Bound also 27 and 15 in the end. Both of them recording killing sprees during the final hill alone. What a late game performance from the side of Space Station Gaming.
Whoa, we've got a series on our hands here. I tell you that for nothing. What a start from Space Station. It was back and forth though between the two teams. This is another thing we need to just kind of highlight. Yes, it's a win, of course, for Space Station. But it was that final hill. And you could argue it was the final kill that could have happened, arguably should have happened, onto Eco at the bottom of the elevator. And here's the replay. This is what happens if you don't kill Eco.
Look at this, Eco stays alive so long. That's after he got a kill in an isolated 1v1. And you can't let him stay alive because look what he does next. A killing spree and stays alive essentially for the rest of the game. They hadn't even started any progress on the hill at this stage, and Eco just absolutely goes off.
Absolute brilliance from Eco. Just staying alive here. You can see that Renegade thinks he can clean it up, maybe get a beat down, but as he's swinging for the fences, just a headshot. Couple of bullets from that battle rifle was all it took, and then Eco just took over.
When we talk about team chemistry on the side of FaZe, not a lot of questions have been asked yet. However, that was a 2v1 as Eco with the last player alive in bottom elevator, and Renegade goes up top to assist with the angle, and that was all the time that Eco needed to isolate the first 1v1, get help for the second, then get the shock, and then essentially win the game alongside the rest of the SSG team. They will win game 1 3-2 and have a 1-0 series lead.
Now, let's look at that series layout and let's see where we're going, because Empyrean Slayer is up next, and this is going to be a fascinating battle between these two squads. We've seen how FaZe like to play this game type. They love to be on the front foot. They want to spawn kill you. They want to put you in the death screen. They want to win 50-12 if they can. But they're also very good at adjusting the pace of play if they don't have power weapons. My question here is, SSG historically, when we've looked at Slayers, if they go down a huge amount, sometimes the heads start to drop a little bit. Sometimes they think, let's just get this game done and dusted. Empyrean is, I mentioned this previously, like yesterday, probably the most mentally testing game type we've ever had in the Halo Championship Series, because there are going to be times where you go 15 kills without response.
Yeah.
But you also have to keep it in the back of your mind that that can swing back in your way. We're going to have to see if SSG keep that in mind.
That's the question here. Will SSG find themselves with a 2-0 series lead, or will FaZe dig deep and bounce back and dominate on this map like they have before? Let's not forget, we saw them steak dinners of teams yesterday, and they're going to look to do the same thing again today.
It's almost like everybody who's watching this right now, if you're in the arena, if you're at home, you're about to be spoilt by some of the greatest snipers in Halo history, all being on our main stage. The Rockets, of course, going to be such a big focus of attention. but it could be one headshot that decides it. We're into game 2. It's Empyrean Slayer.
And it's another delayed grab. Take a look. No immediate sniper grab coming in for FaZe. They will instead try to fight. Frosty gets punished again on the bridge. However, FaZe get the rockets.
Double kill here for Renegade off the rip. StelluR under pressure as well. Tries to peek. Renegade sends him back. A little minute slither of a lead here for FaZe off the break, but both rockets have been used. Royal 2, he's going to pick up the overshield, and now with Frosty getting 2 kills, this is dangerous for SSG.
Look at this from FaZe. It's a great opening. That's exactly what they wanted. And as we said earlier, you have to be so... Ooh, red reticle there. I think he saw a needle spawner, if I'm not mistaken. Got a red reticle for a split second. Gonna stay alive. Oh, and the body shot comes in for him as well.
StelluR got away with the sniper rifle, though. Royal 2 is aware that Bound's going to be pushing, and Bound is losing his man at the moment. Bound picks up 1. Repulses SnakeBite as well. Does Repulse work? Does it keep him on the map? SnakeBite holds on for dear life.
2 dead here for Space Station. FaZe still on their enemy's turret. Short lives for a second. Oh, Pznguin though, with a repulsor and sniper of his own.
You see SnakeBite's reaction there. He's like, dude, stop repulsoring me. He's just let me get on the tower and have a fair fight, but not to be done. Pznguin playing it perfectly, and even though FaZe are up by 2, for the first time, you haven't seen that big power swing. Even though they had weapons, even though they had control, Renegade is still holding forward though, and challenging Pznguin to the death.
Look at this now, just a 2-kill game between the two. And as we said, FaZe continuing to apply the pressure. It's nice shots though from StelluR against SnakeBite. He'll stay alive and bring the game within 1.
Now, are we going to see this game slow down a bit until that next round of power weapons and power-ups happens? It looks like both teams just are willing to continue pushing forward. And Royal 2 right now is on a flank to the SSG tower. SSG has sniffed him out. Is he going to be able to create enough space though for FaZe and enough of a distraction? SSG read it like a book. They all turn around, focus on Royal 2, and then the rest of FaZe just got out of position.
They absolutely did. Frosty's going to try to win this one. He's going to be happy to trade there in the end. FaZe still up by 1 here, 15-14. It's a great opportunity for our first FaZe clan listening in the series. Let's jump in.
Everything 15, everything in 15.
Yep. Acid runway, acid run, acid run.
You're still in.
Got a sword T-wave.
Everything in 10.
Is there a green, John?
He's our green, yeah. Is our pit,
Our pit box.
Everything in 5, everything in 5.
Our training pit 1.
Alright, rockets and OV guys, 2 seconds here, 2 seconds.
Can't really, this guy see our
2 are pit box, 2 mid man. Nice, no one's there.
Let's
They're gonna have OV pushing you as well.
Yeah.
Let's go, guys.
Sniping 20.
Yo, guys,
Hardcore under left.
he's in sword with us. In sword with us. In sword with us. Better with you.
To their training.
Yeah, I'm here, better.
Nah, you're gonna play our sniper, go.
Do their training. One jump. Training.
OV's there as well. OV's there as well.
OV's there. He killed me.
I'm going sword.
They all backed up. They all backed up. Literally. Yo, I'm pushing runway then.
I'm gonna die possibly, guys.
I'm great.
Sword on me. Anyone help me?
No. This one's where?
Kevin one hitting sword with Heatwave. Kevin one hitting sword with Heatwave. He's one hit inside.
What's our green? I saw this one.
Sword.
Watch Kevin.
Yo guys, listen to me, we're fighting a lot of 1s right now. We need to play to 2s.
Stop getting cut up, bro.
We jump back in as all of the bodies from FaZe Clan hit the floor simultaneously. As Bound is dominating the tower, finally SnakeBite puts an end to it, but look at the swing in the game. 25-20, the first time we've seen SSG on the FaZe side of the map. That is what happens.
5 straight kills gives them a 5-kill lead as well. StelluR is 10-3, by the way. The man on your screen with the sniper rifle in hand, more than triple positive in this game right now, giving them a significant lead by 4 kills.
This is the shot on Royal 2. SnakeBite trying to cover him. Royal 2 responds in kind. And FaZe Clan say it's our turn to turn the heat up a little bit now on the SSG base. Royal 2 is being so aggressive in this game. He demands to control the top of the tower.
Just like that now, 1-kill game yet again. As we said, this game can absolutely swing in a moment's notice. 26-27. Now Royal 2 still back on the tower, has help from Renegade as well.
He's getting focused again. SSG doing such a good job of making sure that that player that's on the tower is the first to die. And by doing so, they managed to clear the rest of FaZe Clan up as well. And hey, catch it. There you go. Commando delivered. Sign sealed into the hands of Bound.
Look at this push here from Bound on Frosty. He's going to waste no time. Beautiful play. And this is testament to how tightly matched these teams are. We've seen a lot of blowout slayers here on Empyrean this weekend so far. This is absolutely not the case in this series. Overshield here in 8 seconds.
Overshield, rockets, everything. Coming back on the map that matters if you want to win a game. of Empyrean Slayer. Bound is down in position. We take a look at the rockets as well in the picture-in-picture. It looks like FaZe will control those, so a split of resources here from both teams.
Often, so many times we're seeing that there. You got to give up one to get the other, just due to how many resources need to be invested over at Green versus over at Sword and Runway. Overshield in the chest of Bound. What can he do?
Gets an opening is what he does, but it's a trade. Power for power. Overshield versus rockets. As Bound goes to the death screen, 35 kills though, make it 36 as Space Station continue to push. 2 players from FaZe in the death screen once more, and Pznguin, he wants a piece of your tower.
Let's not forget, this was 26-27. Ooh, getting stuck in the lift a bit. This was 26-27. It's now 36-29, getting out of hand.
FaZe are trapped. FaZe are trapped in the base at the moment. Frosty gonna be trying to challenge, Pznguin keeping that pressure on. And FaZe have done a pretty good job just to steady it for a second, but StelluR's with the sidekick. He gets one, Eco finds another, and look at Pznguin. He's just waiting for spawners.
SnakeBite and World 2, they had to dip out, but Frosty still gets his Mauler spawn there. They're both gonna spawn, they're split spawn. They're in trouble, they need to get through long haul.
It's a 2v2 on the map at the moment, on either side of the map. Eco's trying to fly in here, Renegade has no idea he's there. And Eco will get that kill as well. Look at the score, 9 kills the difference between the two squads, but now the push from FaZe come. Space Station Gaming find themselves 2 dead, and Eco left on his own on the FaZe side of the map.
Even though it's an 8-kill margin here, not over just yet. Still lots to play for. As you see, the players are still split from one another. Renegade here in a 1v2. Oh no, Frosty has the help! Not over yet, 7-kill game, make it an 8-kill game.
Frosty's got your back, but Bound's got a grenade for you as well, so it's 40-32. Royal 2 makes it a little bit closer, and Frosty has decided, by the looks of that kill feed, that he wants to make this game a little bit closer for us.
And almost for the first time in the entire match, the game slows down to a crawl. Neither team wanting to be the one to make the mistake here. 6-kill game.
No scope hit by Frosty, and it had to be hit as well. He gets taken down there, that's the sniper rifle turned over. There's just 1 bullet to work with though, but is there a golden bullet here for FaZe? Can he get a headshot? The answer is no.
Needs to stay alive here, can't afford to die from those angles now. 36-41, within 5, far from over yet. They bring it now within 4.
Pznguin gets the trade though. Pressure from Bound on the green box. Renegade's trying to push as well. Renegade's gonna fly in. Frosty gets the kill, and all of a sudden, with Space Station Gaming finding 2 players in the respawn screen, this will be an overshield grab for FaZe. And they have a way back into this.
And the Rockets as well, they've got everything on the map here. Not just the weapons, but also the opportunity for the comeback.
Royal 2 gets damaged. Pznguin doesn't die! Renegade's there to help him though. No idea how that didn't kill him.
Pznguin absolutely tanks both Rockets. A little bit of overshield left for SnakeBite. 4-kill game. C9 has somehow responded so well to this.
3-kill game. Maybe a 2-kill game. FaZe are coming back here. Pznguin gets the trade though, but Royal 2's on the training. He's got the heat wave, but he's got to prioritize his life here. All players from Space Station in the courtyard.
Pznguin now in a 1v1. He gets taken down. 2 dead here for Space Station. 1-kill game.
StelluR's trapped as well. Grenade goes down, Renegade gets the kill as well. It's still a 1-kill game as we come down to the final moments of map number 2.
This is unbelievable. The game should slow down for just a second here. 4 players alive for both sides, and you can see a complete swap of the bases here. A drop of the weapon now, heat wave still in the sword.
20 seconds till the snipers come up. I wonder, is someone gonna try and make a play before that? Play around that, or are both teams gonna settle to getting a power weapon in the hands of their best and hottest sniper right now?
Just gonna hold it down here. As we said, things will slow down to a crawl. 4 kills to go for Space Station, 5 for FaZe Clan. It's a 1-kill game. 3 minutes left on the clock. Snipers popping now.
Bound gets the quick grab, doesn't show. Frosty has the sniper rifle for FaZe. The rookie of the year versus one of the most individually talented players we've ever seen in Halo. They've both got a sniper rifle. The question is, who's got the ice?
There's no other way. We want this game 2 to go. Bound versus Frosty.
Time not too much of a factor here in the game as well. Still 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. It's going to be kills that win this game.
So selective with their angles here. Take a look at this picture-in-picture. Big shout out to our production team watching the sniper on the other tower as well. And neither of them wanting to show more than an inch that they need to. Let's get ready for Rockets and Overshield here.
10 seconds. Renegade's inside a sword as well. He's got the heat wave, so he can kind of lock the sword side down here. FaZe making the decision maybe to play for this OS. Bound not peeking on the tower. Frosty getting antsy. He wants to make the play. The man is a playmaker. As the action starts to pick up between the two squads.
Look at this, lots of guns firing, no kills on the board just yet though. Overshield grab for FaZe.
And they wrap for the Rockets as well. This is brilliant from FaZe. They get all the power you could ask for. And now SSG in trouble. Renegade flies forward. The trade comes in though.
Should not have traded. Bound goes down 47-47 here.
Oh, they're opposed to the grenade from SnakeBite.
What a hero play. 2 dead. 1 player still on green.
Eco goes down. FaZe from the ashes here just need 1 kill.
Penguin's in trouble. He's in the needle pit. Somehow stays alive. Takes him down. SnakeBite is the man to do the job. An unbelievable play to close out game 2.
What a play call. Brilliant. Genius. From FaZe to make those plays in the final moments. Renegade gets the overshield. He rotates towards green. He gets the rockets. But the moment of the game is from this man's point of view. StelluR thinks he's got 2 kills. StelluR thinks he's won the game.
Oh my goodness, an unbelievable repulse on the rocket from SnakeBite. He doesn't just save himself, he saves Royal too, and he saves the game. Penguin tries to fly in to get this kill, and it costs him in a big way. Also a breakdown on the SSG side for thinking they were gonna get that kill from the needle pit, if I'm honest. But how about that play from SnakeBite? And you might say it's the most important repulse of the HCS so far as he hits that one, sending the rocket back, denying the double kill, maintaining control. The list goes on. And they will win the game 50-48 in the end. And just as we like it, the series will be tied 1-1.
It feels like this series has been going a lot longer than 2 games. I will say that. And long may it continue as we head now into Argyle capture the flag. If you're impressed by some of the snipe play you saw in the last game, well, good news for you again. We got 2 snipers on the map. We saw FaZe Clan play this against Sentinels in pool play. Didn't look too hot on it. Managed to clutch up in those final moments. We'll have to see what SSG can do now, but losing a game like that that's so tight, sometimes that really hits you a bit harder.
And how about for FaZe in the end, the control that they had to get their snipe. Frosty stays alive, they secure overshield, they also win the joust to get the rockets in the end. All the pieces of the puzzle, and even though they lost the rocket, it's SnakeBite with the repulsor out of the back pocket to send that rocket flying. Unbelievable finish to that game.
I think one player who kind of caused a lot of problems in those final moments for SSG, not just with the play that he made, but it was Renegade when he was sat in sword with the heat wave. He showed. They knew he was in sword with a heat wave. At best, they trade in that scenario. And when the game's so close, you can't afford to trade.
Right.
Which gave FaZe the opportunity then to collect not only the overshield, but also that all-important repulsor which spawns under bridge. They get all the power on the map. And Renegade once again showing that he can just do something without firing his gun that causes problems for the opposition. Map 3, Argyle CTF. Throw me in, I'm ready to go.
Let's go, let's get right into this game. The swing game of the series, the go-ahead game. Argyle CTF, FaZe Clan and Space Station. If you're just joining us, we're tied 1-1 in what I will say is already the best series of the weekend. And you picked a perfect time to tune in. CTF, Argyle, 5 flags to win, 12 minutes on the clock. And one team will come out of this game with a lead in the series.
All right, then, let's get into this one. Who's going to be picking up the snipers on both sides? That's always an interesting thing to see. I imagine Bound will be picking up on the side of SSG. Maybe a little bit of Royal too, whoever's feeling hot. It's nice to have a choice, isn't it, if you're FaZe?
SnakeBite with immediate grapple grab. Love that. He's going to fly to vent right away. He's immediately top middle.
Immediately top middle and immediately using all 3 grapples to cover the ground to pick up the camo. Brilliance from SnakeBite once again.
Love that opening from them there. Immediate objective utility. Able to grab that camo. He's already way past the halfway line. Might have been spotted though, but he's just going to start pinging so his teammates know exactly where his opponents are.
Bound fancied a little bit of a challenge there. He's got that sniper rifle, has to wrap back. SnakeBite, does he know Bound's there? Does Bound know that SnakeBite's there? I can give you the answer. Absolutely not.
Wow, look at this. Both players heading to the exact same spot in that example. SnakeBite, of course, with the camo, will get some help as well. They're 2 dead, though, so they will need to reset just a bit.
A lot of respect going to be shown between these 2 teams on this map as well. They know that giving up that 50-yard line is so important, so valuable. So you're not going to see pushes until there's 2-3 guaranteed dead. And there's SnakeBite again, by the way. I forget about this objective work that I'm hearing. Yeah, he's doing a lot of it. He's doing everything. He is doing absolutely everything at the moment for FaZe.
5 kills on the board for the SSG side off the opening of the game, but SnakeBite's very happy to tie it up at 5 kills apiece.
Bound, I see you. SnakeBite versus Bound. Part 2, still players have no idea where they are. Eco gets taken down. The sneaky front jump being used here, and the under the base escape also being utilized. Bound finally does find him, and Pznguin and StelluR will combine just to even up the numbers.
2v2 there, really great display from Bound to go bottom middle for that angle. It's not an easy one to take, but he eventually gets help from the back of the base as well. 2 dead for FaZe though off of the following exchange, so that will be a 2-man advantage for SSG.
Well, just that first missed shot there from Eco gave Frosty a chance. And Frosty hits the 4, and that's going to be the difference between a life and a death there for Eco. There's Bound though, bonks Frosty on the head, sends him into the death screen, and after a few minutes of play here, not really any progress inside of the base. It's just SnakeBite being able to really get in the base with that camo.
Absolutely, and even though he did, camo down, by the way, down on the commando, right at the top of main ramp. We'll see exactly where that camo goes. That is undoubtedly priority now, and who better but SnakeBite to have his second go with camo in the game. They also have 2 dead here. Here comes the push.
All right, SnakeBite says, all right, let me try this again.
2 grapples, by the way. Grapple tech, very important on these flag runs. We'll see how he uses it.
SnakeBite giving all the information to his 2 teammates here. Renegade's got the sniper rifle as well. Eco gets sniffed out, goes up the lift. Renegade eliminates Pznguin, and now the flag run can start.
Doesn't drop it just yet. Take a look. He only drops once he rounds the corner. He's got 2 grapples as well. Uses the first one and grabs again. Still 2 dead for SSG.
This is going to be a cap, you would imagine here. A little bit of slide tech coming in from SnakeBite on the run, as well as the grapple. I mentioned how the man's doing it all. There's your example. Picture perfect from FaZe, and picture perfect again from SnakeBite.
How about this? We talk about how important the grapple is on the flag runs. SnakeBite only needed to use 1. He still has 1 in the pocket for the next run as well.
Bound gets eliminated as well. SnakeBite sat 7-2, by the way. Next closest to in the lobby is Eco, and he's even at 5-5 for SSG. So FaZe certainly having the better of the opportunities, but let's talk about the efficiency, right? We were on the point of view of SnakeBite for that play when he had camo, but it was all of the kills picked up around him from the information he was given. Renegade hit some really good shots with that sniper rifle. The rest of FaZe Clan collapsed. 1 flag run, 1 flag cap.
That's it, and you saw, how about SnakeBite's pull? We have a second now as things slow down for just a second to talk about that. He pulls with camo, doesn't drop, rounds the corner towards shotgun. Only then does he drop and grapples to get to the midpoint. Just beautiful technical flag work from SnakeBite.
But now, FaZe Clan, they've got to think about a respawn. They've got to see Pznguin running the flag, but Frosty, spawning out on E1, manages to get the pick to slow things down. However, with the kills going in the favor of SSG and map control in their favor, now they have a little bit of a, I'm going to go Richard Sims here, I'm going to say a Predator combo.
Let's see what he can do. Sniper in hand. Camo 1 grapple to play with as well. Snipe doesn't connect, though. It might cost him! SnakeBite takes advantage of that small gap. That will be camo neutralized, and SSG's first camo not going as planned.
It's not just camo though, it's camo and snipe.
And StelluR.
It's a horrible combination to lose. Bound's going to be rotating back to pick up his sniper rifle. And so far from SSG, we've seen a few moments in the game where they've kind of creeped past the 70-yard line. You would say 75% of the map maybe towards the FaZe Clan base, but no real opportunity to pull. No real kind of clear-cut opportunity to get that flag moving.
Still 7 minutes to play with, though. A lot of time on the clock, but as we know, the flag's even more valuable on a map like Argyle. Sometimes you get very few that come in, so that 1 flag is worth more than maybe a flag on your faster-paced CTF maps. It will be a heavy item on the scoreboard. The Space Station knows they will need to contest heavily if they want to get 1 on the board as well.
I love this from Bound as well. If you're watching Argyle CTF for the first time and you're wondering how important and valuable the sniper rifle is, Bound, one of the most aggressive players ever, straight up.
Yeah.
He is valuing his life so much because he has that sniper rifle. That's why you don't want to give it away, because Renegade can do things like this.
Ooh, should pick up 2 as well. It's a double kill. That's going to be 2 dead for SSG while the flag continues to run.
2 dead on the side of FaZe though, so once again, it's Renegade's time to back up here. Keeping the weapon in their hands. 20 seconds till the new sniper rifle is coming up as well. So you're going to see a lot of the longer guns, shall we say, with the big bullets on the map. And the camo popping as well.
Penguin's bottom base, by the way. He's about to go back flag. Maybe get a flank on both these players. Gets taken down, traded out. Royal 2 was wise to it. Great play by Royal 2. You see in the kill feed. He knew that Pznguin was back base. That will be still a minor advantage. Oh, wow!
My goodness. I mean, that shot might have just secured camo for FaZe. Frosty runs in, he picks it up. And again, Renegade, just a difference maker.
Frosty now here, top middle. Easy kill in the vent, just lines up that one. Straight on the sideline. We'll stay alive here and see if he can do something with the camo, maybe get a second flag on the board.
Pznguin has no idea as well. That should be an easy cleanup. Eco going to be challenging as well. Frosty gets 2 shots in, maybe a bit of overconfidence there. Renegade cleans it up with the sniper rifle though, and Renegade now thinking about moving forward once more.
Past few minutes have really been FaZe control, and they continue the scoreboard as well. It's a good opportunity to get into a listen-in as they are poised to get their second cap here on Argyle.
Love you. Wait, he's at the top side. John, you're fine. Don't. Under the base.
Yo, PJ, let's get ready to fight this
One's
guy.
like they're shotty or something.
Yo, I'm fighting PJ. Come.
Where's John?
Let's go into the base.
I got one. John.
Yo, he's above me.
They're basement. Right now. Basement.
Three. One in man.
Where's that?
Yeah, corner. PC's ramp. It's StelluR.
Pulling the shotty.
I can't.
No, take your time. Keep living.
Yeah, play for kills here.
Play for base. One hit. I get it, man. Live.
Another one there.
Another barrels.
There's snipe ramp.
Oh, snipes down.
Keep living in there.
They're PC one shot for snipe.
Repulsor on my body.
PC one shot, making pushes.
Repulsor is on my body under the base.
Are you? I can kill PC.
Another one, Brad.
And they're flying going.
He killed me. They're PC again, guys. In the corner, Brad, in the corner. Yep. Everything in 15, guys. Everything in 15.
Nice, Brad. Trying to get their shot.
Yeah, everything in 10, guys.
I'm
gonna get our sniper again. Yeah, camo sniper. Yeah, they're PC.
Boundless grapple. He's going our vent.
They're vent. Our vent. Chase me. Bottom egg gonna come in. Our barrels and each vent.
Yeah, make sure you live up right.
They just got camo.
I sniped John.
Nice, get up.
Where's camo?
Yeah, I sniped camo though.
It's like in our vent, I think. It's in our vent, Matt.
Yep, in our vent.
Two our side.
Right there. Hit that.
Brad,
One
careful.
shot. Yeah, you're
I'm here, Brad. Let's go.
Another one.
Did they get it?
Weak. One
Nice. Brad, go for that.
I don't know where it is, John. I know where it is. I'm getting it. Actually. The side. Yeah, they're shotty. I don't know where it was.
I think he burned it.
They're pistol. Yeah, let's get pistol. Let's get map off this. And there's a side down there, commando.
One hit on my X, guys. He's going our barrels, one hit bound.
One's their window, John.
Yeah, just out. Never killed bound. Bound is under our base somewhere. Careful, Brad.
One.
John, good trade.
I'm coming.
One. Absolutely in the corner.
Nice.
Sniper down my body.
They're made our sniper weak. Good shit.
Yo, let's put pressure on him right now.
I'm
We have numbers.
Yeah, make sure we get map here.
I'm pushing out our shotty quick.
That's sniping guy.
Well, to jump back into the game from the listening, I mean, Renegade's hit 2 otherworldly shots on the camo players. It's just got to be deflating if you're SSG. You think you've done everything, you got the camo,
Yeah.
you forgot about Renegade.
And Renegade bottom elbow hits an unbelievable angle to take out your camo player. Look at these nades from Frosty as well up into the vent. By the way, SnakeBite is 18 and 11. I don't even know where to begin with what we heard during that listen, and truly fantastic communication, and you could just tell total control from FaZe.
Frosty versus Eco. Eco gets the kill, and FaZe Clan find themselves 3 in the death screen for the first time in quite some time, as Eco is trying to keep the pressure onto Royal 2 here. This is an opportunity for Space Station. They've got them pinned back in the base here, FaZe, and all of a sudden, FaZe are feeling the pressure. Trapped on the elbow, trapped on that sniper rifle, as SSG are thinking about pull.
That's right, not a lot of time though. Take a look at the game clock, 2:21 left on the clock. They need to make sure on these next round of slays that they're putting themselves in a position for a flag pull.
Maybe just a little bit of a lack of aggression there coming in from SSG, actually. They had players on the respawn, they knew where they were. Everyone kind of split across the map node, kind of not flooding one side, trying to allocate maybe too few resources to too many options.
Grapple here in the hands of SnakeBite, snipers popping as well. That's going to be a factor in these final 2 minutes as we hit that 2-minute warning. You might think if FaZe continues to play this way, nice little grapple down to the pillars here for SnakeBite. He's going to steal that camo with that final grapple.
21 and 13 at the moment.
Wow.
I tell you what, this man ages like a fine wine. He has been doing it for so long and is showing no signs of getting any slower whatsoever. He just keeps getting better and better. And at the moment, all the talk was about Renegade, Frosty, Royal 2, well, SnakeBite is taking over.
4 dead, Eco's a spawner, Pznguin's a spawner. It's great control yet again for FaZe. And you can tell during that listening, they know exactly where they need to be, what they need to do, and they're not forcing any flags at all.
Bound gets 2, though, to break Space Station out of their base. Renegade still with a sniper rifle, and FaZe still being so disciplined in the way that they're approaching that mid-map mark. They don't want to give anything to Space Station, not even an inkling of a chance to get a flagpole.
Oh boy, Bound might not get away. Renegade says absolutely not again. And he has eyes on top middle, controlling and patrolling with that sniper rifle. 50 seconds left on the clock.
Pznguin gets one. Frosty should be there to get the trade, though, you would imagine. Somehow Penguin's managed to slip away. Finally gonna get taken down this time by SnakeBite. StelluR,
Sure.
no idea that Renegade is there. Renegade getting a little bit aggressive now because he knows Space Station have got to hold forward. They have to get inside the FaZe base. And with 32 seconds left, it's looking like FaZe Clan might take the series lead.
Jeez, also bodies Pznguin there. Pznguin now can't push up off the back of that. It's been a man advantage or more for FaZe for the last 2 minutes of play. 20 seconds left.
Eco trying to finally deal with Renegade. Does not deal with Renegade. Renegade now causing problems in the base, and with Space Station 3 dead, he says, why not run a second flag? 9 seconds remaining. Spawners come in. Challenge is Bound. Almost gets the stick. Bit of unfortunate spawn, you have to save for him, but 3 seconds left on the clock. That's going to expire, as is the chances here of SSG on Argyle capture the flag. FaZe go 2-1 up in the series, and that was just control personified.
What a game from FaZe. I'm so glad we got to hear that extended listening with their side for about 3 minutes of play, because we heard just how disciplined, as you said, Mark, they are on that game type. Also, great calls from Royal One in the back as we take a look at some highlights from that game, saying, okay, once we get this kill, then we get map. Once we have map, we establish where the spawners are. There are steps to this, there are levels to this, and FaZe knows them well.
Got to talk about SnakeBite, though. Lead in the lobby in kills. The one flag cap, he had his name all over it. He had his emblem all over it as he ran it home. But there's also, again, a few moments to talk about that were the game-changing moments. Sniper rifle in the hands of Renegade. Numerous times, SSG thought they had a camo. Renegade, just like you'll see here, he said no.
That's the 3rd time in that game that he denied a camo grab from SSG from the back of his base. I mean, truly an absolute turret guarding all of top middle, regardless of how many bodies you have on the map. Renegade's gonna find an angle, and Argyle's a map that allows you so many crafty and nerdy nuanced angles. Guess what? Renegade's gonna find them, and they also find a Game 3 win. They now lead in the series 2-1.
Argyle CTF certainly give us some calculated gameplay, but now we move on to Stronghold Streets. Carnage is pretty much the name of the game here. Quick rotations. Making sure, that you're on top of when those weapons are spawning, and you cannot let a man advantage slip through your fingers. And this might be the way for SSG to get back into the series and send us to a Game 5.
Certainly might be an opportunity as we take a look at some stats for Strongholds here in this series. 1.58 Strongholds KD for Royal 2 and a 1.32 for Eco.
Yeah, Eco again, up there with the best. As you would imagine, when he's playing his best, SSG succeed. And he's gonna have to keep doing that now if they want to send this to a Game 5. I mean, you look at the damage per game here, by the way. I mean, if you're out damaging Royal 2,
yeah, you're doing something right.
You've done something right.
Absolutely, and a fun little stat. The last time these two teams played this game type, of course, there's a 1-player difference on the main stage, but at Worlds, it was a SSG win, 250 to 167 in Game 3 to 3-0. The boys that are now on FaZe. Can they do it again here? Can they send us to a Game 5?
Game 5 on the horizon. If Space Station can pull off something magical here in Game 4, will it be FaZe Clan who close out our winners bracket semi-final right now here on Streets? Strongholds, the name of the game. 250 points, you're taking home the win.
And what a game to have as our map number 4, an absolute bloodbath of a game type that is played at such breakneck speed. An ultimate test between these two who have been back and forth all series long.
Goodness. FaZe absolutely laning bottom middle. Renegade gets the reset. Renegade's got a shotgun as well. And unfortunately, I think that was Eco who found out about it. He's also going to be able to do the damage to put him in the death screen. Pznguin. Nice stalker rifle. I've got a rocket launcher. But Pznguin somehow survives for now.
Oh, Renegade, the pizza man, uses the pizza jump and decides to actually use the back door for delivery. He will get the kill as well, as they will continue holding back of Tram.
And look at this, power weapons being controlled and utilized, more importantly here by Renegade! Perfect on the Pznguin. AC hold here for FaZe Clan, all of Space Station trapped to B.
FaZe right now outslaying 6 kills to 2. 2 players on SSG yet to record a kill. It's quite an opening for FaZe. They also now lead 20-0.
Well, at least Renegade has lost the use of the thrust for now. Frosty picking up 2 though at B is going to transfer it into their hands, and it will be a momentary triple cap. And more importantly here, 2 players from Space Station still in the death screen. And look at that, the spike grenades being thrown into A. They get to reset on a trip cap here for FaZe.
Trip cap as well. They're now outslaying 11-2, and this is a very different game from the last time these 2 teams played this. As we said, already past the 50-point mark. Triple cap still in effect.
Pznguin has no idea. He does now, as Renegade peeks around the corner with a shotgun, the easiest kill of his life. 3 dead once again here, and Space Station cannot even get a foothold in this game.
They forgot about the pizza man yet again. Guess what? He's still at the pizza jump, and he's controlling the back of Tram. 82-0 here for FaZe, and they're looking to get this series over with quick.
Oh my goodness.
It's a perfect killing spree for Renegade here against Bound.
Renegade's 5-0 right now. Could have made it 6. He's got rockets as well. As Space Station have spent more time in the respawn screen than Renegade has the entirety of this game.
Unbelievable start here for FaZe. And this might have been the last thing we expected with how back and forth the games have been in this series so far. It's 116-0.
There's another one. 2 dead again for Space Station. They cannot move on the map at the moment. They finally get A, but the resources they had to throw, they're 4 dead again. Space Station are not on the map. This is all FaZe. This is just them tearing them apart at the moment.
Absolutely tearing them apart is all you can say. StelluR and Pznguin are both still on 1 kill apiece. 138-0. Unbelievable run here from FaZe.
Finally, Space Station look like they may be able to turn over B. Finally, Space Station have a point on the board, but it has been nothing short of almost perfect Halo, to be honest, from FaZe in that first half of this game. Now Space Station have a chance. When this flips, if they get weapons, can Space Station now do what FaZe Clan did to them?
FaZe Clan outslaying 24-10 right now, and as we always say on Street Strongholds, you can bring this game back, but my God, are they ever going to need some good coordination? But hey, a triple cap is a great way to start the run.
Little trip ski here. Pznguin going to be challenging, fizzing away the shields of Royal 2. He's being a nuisance, but all of a sudden FaZe Clan are starting to learn what it feels like. Starting to learn what Space Station had to live through for the last few minutes. It's 4 dead again. All players coming off respawn for FaZe, and now the triple cap is starting to choke away at FaZe.
Look at the stop there from Pznguin against Frosty. Perfect timing to get his toes back in the stronghold, and like you said, this game was just 138-0, and Space Station showing signs of life, but they need to make sure they don't have another run like that happen. They find themselves 3 dead again.
3 dead again. StelluR survives for now. Pre-patching might not have survived after that grenade went down. The radius obviously dropped a little bit on those frag grenades. But the rocket's in the hands of someone who has been absolutely incredible. Lights out so far this event. It's SnakeBite who picks up 2.
SnakeBite showing that when he has the power weapons, the advantage, whether it be camo, whether it be rockets, reminding us that he's the man you want there. So calm under pressure. He connects with both of those rockets yet again and allows FaZe to continue scoring.
FaZe continues scoring. Spike's going to be thrown in towards A as well, just to keep the pressure onto Space Station. The rest of FaZe rotating to B though, fighting for that, trying to convert it, trying to flip it over. Space Station making a nice push down the pink street though. But the reset comes in on B. They will turn that one back over, and Space Station 3 dead again. And worrying signs for them from what we saw previously.
Certainly becoming a worry here. Yes, they put 85 points on the board as they fall 4 dead yet again. Now 3 spawners are up. Sure, 85 points are on the board, but is it too little too late? Did they let this game get away off of the opening 130 points? It looks like yes right now, as a triple cap is in effect again.
I mean, every single player that you see on the map at the moment from Space Station is on their own. And the reason being, because the teammates are on the death screen. They're just being staggered. They are being split. They are being torn apart on the spawn by FaZe. 215, 216 and rising. And Space Station finally stemmed the bleeding, but the blood is still dripping out of them right now because FaZe Clan are still scoring. And Space Station is still in the death screen. And Renegade says, this is why I chose to leave.
How about it? And that is some very, very choice actions from Renegade in the back of A. 3 were dead. It's 239-85, 10 points to go.
You can count it down at home. FaZe will be counting it down as well. It's going to be a series win here if they could just hold off this last desperation play onto B. Renegade's going to be the man to try and do it. He gets the kills. Bound still alive in the tires, but this should be the game now going over to FaZe Clan. They flip B. Nobody is near C, and FaZe Clan dominate. game number 4. They close out the series 3-1. And I gotta say, Andy, at times that was terrifying.
Absolutely terrifying. Not just for us watching, but especially for the SSG side on the other side of the stage. And how about Bound at the end of that game, adding in a little extra spice to what was already an exciting series.
You love to see it. Renegade, extra few bullets to the body. Just letting them know. And choosing a good time to do it as well.
FaZe Clan was 1 kill away from outslaying Space Station by double.
Wow.
In that game, and that is not something we can often say on the main stage at an HCS major. A very, very convincing win from FaZe Clan, and they will continue on in the bracket.
It was devastating at times from FaZe, but we saw and we learned a lot about them as well. Think about that game number 2. Think about that comeback. Showing its organization, prioritization that got them through that one. It was discipline in game number 3 that picked them up the win.